Could this be Italy's hidden gem? I'm going off the beaten track, deep into the south.
I can feel the music. It's such a good vibe.
For generations, it's where Italians have been holidaying. But is the secret out?
This is a place that's steeped in tradition, and at the same time, it's rapidly modernizing.
Known as the land of two seas, you are never far from the coast.
Oh, it's so refreshing.
For the longest time, many of its ancient stone towns have been rapidly declining. But now the call's going out around the world for people to live, buy, and invest here.
This is unbelievable. Look at these views. This is totally unique. And a rooftop pool for free from the government. Come on.
But how will it keep that balance between staying authentic and affordable whilst opening up to the world?
Io metto passione, condivisione e tanto amore.
This week I'm in Puglia. Now I've traveled a lot through Italy. I love this place. There's great food, there's great wine.
But this is my first trip into the heel of the country. In recent years, the area has become more popular with tourists, but also with the government that's been trying to entice people back to live in the south.
So I'm in a town called Prosperous Aquatica, and here they're offering people 30,000 euros to buy a home. Sounds like a total bargain.
So far, 20 people have applied for the grant, but there may be one more.
Hi, you must be Jessie.
Buongiorno. I brought you an
Yeah.
espresso.
Oh my
Not sure
gosh.
how long our day will be today.
Thank you, you're a lifesaver. So are you looking to move here, Jessie?
So my parents have roots from Bari, and they are looking for a lovely summer home. So I'm here on behalf of them to kind of virtually give them an idea of some properties that might interest them.
Well, I've got a surprise for you. Come on, let's go.
Great.
So I've arranged a tour for us. So we've got a local tour guide, so you can get to know the area, and me too. Hi, Francesco. We're ready for our tour. Perfect.
The town spreads out from the Baroque church, interspersed with lovely piazzas, historic homes, and importantly, gelaterias. Though its population is rapidly declining, last year the town saw only 60 births, compared to 150 deaths.
Francesco, what do you think about all these incentives?
Living in a small town could be an opportunity for the youngest people that generally they don't have a lot of money. So it could be important for this kind of person to live.
And you need young people here, right?
Yeah.
Well, my parents are young at heart. Would they be welcome?
Absolutely. Now we arrived to the surprise I had for you, the underground oil mills.
Oh.
Gosh, it's so much cooler down here.
Natural aircon.
In this place was made lamp oil. In all the Salento region, we can find a lot of these structures. They are in small numbers in every single towns. For exception, in Presicce, we have these 23 underground mills because
23?
23, yes. The olive oil is probably the main product we have here in Puglia.
Now let's see what the homes on sale have to offer.
Ciao, Fabrizio.
Ciao, ben arrivate.
This
Ciao,
is my
Jessica.
friend Carmen. Yes,
Ciao.
so nice to meet you.
Ciao. Ciao, piacere Fabrizio. Allora ragazzi, vi trovate nel pieno centro di Presicce Acquarica. Qui siamo nel centro storico e stiamo guardando questo bel palazzo del 1600.
So I'm going to get my parents on the phone real quick so I can call them so they can be a part of this.
Prego.
This is my friend Carmen. She's
Hi,
showing
Mom.
us around.
Hi, Dad.
I'll tell you more about it later. This is Fabrizio.
Ciao. Ciao. Prego, faccio strada. Allora, cominciamo con questo bell'ingresso con una volta a botte.
It's a bit of a fixer-upper.
The church, there's a church? And this is the toilet?
We're modern now.
Do we have to live in Presice or as a permanent resident, or can a foreigner purchase this?
Ok, quindi è aperto a tutti, stranieri, italiani, di tutto. Questi 30.000 euro saranno divisi in 35% per l'acquisto, 35% per la ristrutturazione e un ulteriore 30% se voi stabilite la vostra residenza qui a Presice Acquarica.
The town hall has already launched other funds, including tax benefits for new businesses and baby bonuses for young families.
Poi da qui si esce sul terrazzo, prego.
That's the view. That's what we
Bello,
wanted to see.
This is lovely.
E questa è tutta la parte vecchia.
So Jessie, what a surprise. What are you thinking now?
I gotta be honest, I cannot believe this property, and I really can't wait to talk to my parents and see what they think. This is unbelievable. Look at these views. This is totally unique. Everything that we're going for culture and tradition and beautiful architecture that you wouldn't find in America, this is it. And a rooftop pool for free from the government. Come on. I'm so pleasantly surprised. Who needs plumbing? We can get there.
Well, I've left the Rosati family to continue with their house hunting in Presice Acquarica. Before I head to the next town further north, I want to take a little diversion.
I can understand why people would want to move here, because you're never that far from the sea.
Think swimming holes, caves, grottos, and places like this.
I've lived in Asia for the last 11 years and I'm used to wide sandy beaches. There is nothing like this. Check it out. Look at the rock formations. It's so dramatic. It's stunning. Whew. Oh, so refreshing. It's such a lovely respite from the heat of the car.
Here in the rural south, foreign pensioners and retirees are eligible for a 7% flat tax rate. It may not help with its ageing population, but it seems to be bringing in much needed money back into these communities. Like here in Caravigno, where I'm catching up with another couple.
Hi, Brandy. Hi, Greg. I'm in your hood.
Welcome. Well, we're sorry we can't be there with you in person.
So it would be amazing for you to show me around. What made you want to buy here in the first place?
No, we just started looking about 10 years ago, and we started just looking at the country as a whole. Puglia is has the least seismic activity of the regions in Italy. And so we started looking there. We did everything virtually through Zoom tours and all of that.
And how much work have you had to do to it so far?
When we first got there, you're flushing the toilet with a bucket of water, and
Yeah.
you're cooking on a camp stove with a headlamp at the bottom of the stairs because there's no real workable kitchen.
Yeah, there's still plenty to be done. We hope you get to go see the house yourself.
Yeah, that would be
Please
fantastic.
do.
I would love to see the house.
Well, after a little help from the locals, I think I've finally found their place.
Is that the bell? Oh, hello. Huh. Hi, Samantha.
Carmen. Yes, nice to meet
Nice to
you.
meet you.
Welcome. Come on in.
Thank you.
Samantha helped the Stuckeys find, buy and renovate their Puglian home.
Oh, it's beautiful and light and airy. I like the blue and white scheme.
We help people find and restore old ancient homes anywhere in Italy. And in Puglia, it's a really popular place because you can get a lot for, not a lot of money.
Yeah.
So there's lots of room for improvement. You got to be careful. Watch your head there.
Yeah.
But it's okay because look what you get.
How good a deal did they get, and how much do you think Greg and Brandy have had to spend so far?
They got a steal. I think this property was something like just over 30,000 euros to buy, and then just maybe 20,000 euros to take it to this point.
I can't imagine the bureaucracy.
No, I can't even, and I do it every day. Italy is a forced inheritance country, which means that if you're Italian and when you die, you have to pass your assets onto your family down to 6 generations removed. So the older the house, the more hand-me-downs this house has become, and therefore there could be many, many owners on the property, back taxes that haven't been paid.
Sometimes these 6th removed cousins might not realize that they own it.
So this is another thing, another piece you have to be very careful of, that somebody doesn't knock on your door 10 years down the road and say, you know, I am an heir of the, you know, the old owner, I get my house back. And it's possible. So you have to be very careful and do your due diligence. And the best advice I can give people is that don't fear for losing a property. You have to be patient and do your due diligence in order for it to be safe.
Incentivizing people from abroad to invest may seem confusing, but the money being brought in is allowing younger Italians to move back with their families as opportunities open up. Like Marco, he started his business here 2 years ago.
Salute.
Salute. Cheers.
Cheers. What are we drinking?
We are drinking rosé wine.
It's lovely.
Because Puglia is a land of rosé.
So Marco, how has it changed? How has Carovigno changed?
When I was a child, a lot of houses in the historical center were abandoned. Some of them were burned. Right now is a really nice historical center. It's clean.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful, yeah. Because a lot of people invest in rebuild, restyling.
So you also wanted to invest. You saw this and...
Absolutely. I invest in this place even to collaborate with my community to bring up the name of Carovigno. Before I opened the bar, there was just one shop. Now there are 3 different businesses, and probably they're going to open some new business in a few months.
What do other locals feel about more foreigners coming in? How do they feel about it?
They are a little scared, but basically I know that this movement is appreciated by the local people. Because of course, tourist people bring more finance, and everything is better for every single business.
To me, it feels like the key here is attracting enough overseas investment to help rejuvenate without pricing younger Italians out. Let's hope they can get the mix right. For many, Bari is the gateway to Puglia with an international airport and a major seaport on the Adriatic. It's usually the first stop, and whilst you might be tempted to whiz straight through, it's worth checking out the old town. Not far from the harbour, through some narrow lanes, you'll find the famous pasta-making street.
Buongiorno! Come va? Fammi capire una cosa, oggi cosa devi cucinare?
Una spaghettata. Questo lavoro, questa professione, quest'arte, questa tradizione è venuta a iniziare nel 50. Mia nonna era andata al mercato, via Nicolai. Questa lenuccia tanto insistette che mamma prese le orecchiette e gliele vendette. Non sapeva manco quanto chiede, gli diede 50 lire. Nonna che era un'astuta. Stiamo così, che stiamo a fare? Vado alla salumeria, compro un po' di semola e mettiamoli fuori. Chissà li vendiamo. Da cosa è nata cosa e questo commercio si è avviato. Mamma era un tipo molto calma, pazientosa, chiamava il vicinato e se li metteva intorno. Loro hanno imparato e poi si sono messi in proprio. Ecco da come è nato questa strada che è diventata così famosa. Questa è semola, acqua, a vedere come si sorprendono le persone che si trasforma questa massa in orecchiette. Questa è quella barese. E poi come le faccio? Le mando giù. Qui a Bari Vecchia e siamo come una grande famiglia. Non ti senti mai sola. La morte di mia madre 4 mesi. Ma se vedessi quanta gente è venuta a farmi le condoglianze, a dire che brava donna, e lei mi ha imparato a fare le orecchiette. Io mi sono sentita rincuorata da tanta solidarietà che ho avuto. però a me, un po' di me, è andata un po' in tilt. Le altre pastaie di qua vicino, aspetta, facciamo un caffè, vediamolo insieme. Dai, non si esci, non stare dentro. Fa tanto, fa tanto. Invece c'è tanta gente che rimane con se stessi da solo nel proprio dolore. Io no, sono stata fortunata in questo. Niente, sono stata sempre comunicativa, a me piace stare tra la gente. La pasta è stato un modo, un'aggregazione, perché io metto passione, condivisione e tanto amore.
So on my travels here in Puglia, I've been hearing all about this contagious dance fever that dates back centuries here in the south. It's called pizzica or taranta or dance of the tarantula. And legend has it that it was a type of music and movement that was meant to be some sort of emergency cure for spider bite victims. Now, I grew up in Australia and I know all about these creepy crawlies, but I've never heard about a dance about them.
I'm starting in the town of Manduria. It's within the Salento Peninsula, basically the southern end of Puglia, where it's still practiced, taught and performed.
So we're here at the dance studio. I'm going to learn some steps, but we're a bit late. It's already started. A bit nervous. I'm going to just jump in. I'm going to die if she chooses me. Oh my goodness, she's chosen me! I've no idea what I'm doing!
E ci sono più tipi di pizziche. C'è la pizzica che danziamo nelle piazze per divertirci, per stare tutti insieme, per creare delle connessioni. C'è la pizzica per curare, perché è stata anche una forma di medicina. Si chiama pizzica coreutica, che ha dato la possibilità di sostituirsi alla medicina in maniera naturale.
Allora ragazzi, velocemente vi sapete le cose.
The kids are just choosing their outfits for the performance. So everyone's got a different colour, brightly coloured skirt.
Quello che accadeva nel fenomeno del tarantismo nelle varie parti della Puglia. La donna o l'uomo pizzicato dal morso della taranta si dimenava in una danza convulsiva. Reagiva attraverso dei suoni specifici di tamburello, violino e questo corpo che reagiva eliminava il veleno. Questo accadeva però in una maniera intima.
This archive footage shows a woman experiencing tarantism. It was especially prevalent from the 15th to the 17th century, but as we can see here, it continued well into the 20th century.
She looks like she's in a lot of pain.
In a way, she is.
It's pretty clear, though, this has nothing to do with the spider bite.
What was the real cause, do you think, of tarantism, and why did it only affect women?
The whole peasant society was oppressed, and the women were the oppressed part of an oppressed class. But nevertheless, in the Salento tradition, the women also had a sort of matriarchal power that they could express in particular situations, like the dance, including the dance.
Mm-hmm. So it was like a release, like a cathartic release for them, like a form of therapy maybe?
The ritual part of tarantism was absolutely a form of therapy.
The spider bite was just a symbol.
Yes, just a symbol because it comes from inside,
right,
from the inner realm of desire and of frustration.
Well, in stark contrast, every August for the past 25 years, thousands of people gather in the small town of Melpignano to celebrate La Notte della Taranta, Night of the Tarantula. It's heavily modernised, and special guest performers also take part on a stage built on the grounds of an old convent. and I've managed to catch the cast off stage at their headquarters.
Now this is such a big event that these guys are practicing and touring globally all year round. So impressive. I'm amazed at the range of instruments here. There's even a didgeridoo, can you believe? And the dancers. Just beautiful. I can feel the music. It's such a good vibe and it's so lively. Bravo!
Well, back in Manchuria, the sun has started to set, which means it's time. And that's my pizzica teacher from earlier on.
So there's been a slight change of plan. We're now doing a flash mob in the middle of the piazza. And I'm taking part. Oh my goodness. Slightly nervous. Okay. I'm out of breath. What a rush. I think for me, this is certainly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And I love how the whole community has turned out. And this has become something of a party. And you know what? I really think this tarantula dance, it's a bit like Puglia itself. You know, it's a place that's steeped in tradition, yet at the same time, rapidly modernizing. And they're trying to find that balance between keeping authentic and also conveying their charm to the people who are now coming to visit and also people who are coming to live here. And from what I've experienced so far, I really think they're doing a great job.